What up, though? We're Don and Clue from Clean Sneaker Care, and today we're going to show you how to clean your UGG slippers or boots right at home. Today we have the mustard seed color of the UGG Taz. And Clue, what's the first step in getting these back looking fresh?
Yeah, so the first step is identifying the material. So we have a Nubuck upper paired with the rubber midsole.
How do we approach cleaning it? How do we set up our workstation?
Yeah, so we got everything we need here. We got our cleaning mat, which is going to protect the surface that we're on. We got some shoe trees, which is going to be used to, fill the sneaker and maintain shape. We got a couple bowls of water here. We have a pre-mix of rejuvenated solution and water. We have our soft, medium, and hard brushes right here as well. And then we got some good detailing stuff. X-Acto knife, a couple cuticle pushers for a 5-way suede brush. We have a suede eraser. We have a horsehair brush. And we also have mink oil right here, which is dope. And then we have a fabric saver.
Cool. So workstation is set up. This is really to get into some detail work. It will also go over some examples of things you have at home that you can possibly use here. But now that the workstation is set up, how do we get busy? What's the first step in actually getting into the cleaning process?
So the first thing we're going to do is a dry clean up top. We're going to get rid of all these spots and we're going to work our way to the bottom. So step one is going to be the dry brushing. We're going to get a lot of this dirt and dust off. And I always tell people a good dry brushing is essential because sometimes your boots or your Nubuck might not be as dirty as you think. Once you hit it with a dry brush, a lot of those things will come out. So a pro tip is if you take the boots off or before you wear them, anything that's material, a good dry brush works wonders. Now that we got that part done, we're going to take our suede eraser, and we're just going to hit some of these marks up here just to start to get those out.
Now, with this being a specific suede eraser, are you able to use other types of erasers like that you might have at home?
If you have just like one of those white erasers at home, you can use that on here.
Not the number 2 pencil eraser.
I wouldn't use the number 2 pencil eraser, no, because you're going to leave pink residue on your shoe.
Got it. Okay.
I think this might do it for the dry cleaning process. I got a secret brush right here, which comes from a suede kit. I keep it in my apron at all times. This is very accessible, but it's just a soft bristle brush that you can use, and you can just brush off all the excess, and then you can further see where we are. Anything we miss is going to come out at the end, and the cool thing about it is that we can go back over, use the same process at the end to reset the nap, and it's going to further pull out those spots.
Got it. So the dry cleaning step is key.
Yeah. It's also like checking your work at the end. You got it, man.
All right. So we knocked out that first step of the initial dry clean. What do we get into next?
Yeah, so next we're going to go into the bottoms. The bottoms aren't too bad. We're going to take our cuticle pusher. We just want to get out like some of this debris. And then a quick spray with our pre-mix solution and the hard brush to take care of all the outsole.
Got it. So the cuticle pusher, you're using that really to just knock out pebbles, rocks, any of those like small things that might be caught in the grooves.
Exactly, yep. So now that we got this going, I can spray this down. And again, don't worry about getting any drops up here. We're going back up to the uppers after we finish the bottoms and midsole. A few squirts in there, and then we're going to go hard brush. And just try to intentionally scrub inside of the grooves. That way you can ensure that you're going to get everything you need to get out of this cleaning. And we got a good cleaning on there. Let's see where we at. We're going to spray those down. I'm not gonna be able to get into all these grooves with this towel, but as we sit the shoe on this mat, it'll soak up the rest of the moisture, and then we can move on to the midsoles in a second.
So next step is working our way from the bottom up, getting into the midsole. Are you using the same hard brush again, or how are we approaching the steps?
I'm gonna start with the medium. We're gonna push that clean one out the way, and then we're gonna go to our other medium brush, which we're gonna use for the cleaning.
Got it. So while you're cleaning the midsole, you switch brushes to a medium brush. Is it okay if you kind of inadvertently scrub a little bit at the top, the Nubuck, or do you just want to try to avoid that altogether?
With the medium brush, it's safe to use up here. Just to remember, I use this brush to kind of dry brush it.
Right.
So it's okay to use it up there. We just need a little bit more pressure, a little bit more abrasion for this midsole. And as you can see, like it's a big difference in that part. You kind of look around to see that. So we're just gonna keep that up. once I finish this, all the spots are not going to be gone fully. We're going to have to do some what I call tile work to get it out. Meaning we're just going to take this tile and just like do some more detailing just to make sure we get the rest of the spots out. And that's working out very well. Like these are looking very crispy. Already we've made a ton of progress.
Yeah, so even at this step, like with just the outsole and midsole done in that dry clean from earlier, the shoe's already looking way better.
Oh yeah.
We're continuing to work our way up cleaning the sneaker. We did the outsole and midsole. What's our next step looking like?
Yeah, so now we can get to the wet part. We're going to take a little bit of solution. We're going to create a really good lather, and that's going to lift up the rest of the stains. Again, we want to get it even clean so we don't have those water spots. So the key to that is we're going to dip our brush in here, and then I like to start on the midsole and then work my way up. Reason being, it's going to help create a better lather so you don't have to like keep dipping. It's going to go flat some, so you won't have to re-dip, but just repeat. And also in that process, you want to shake off any extra moisture and just continue.
Now, do you need to let this completely dry before you kind of go back in and do like a second like scrub down? Or are you just kind of like going in and checking as you work?
I'm checking as I work. So I can see the spot that I need to continue to scrub at. It's just best to get it out the way now, so you can begin the detail touches all at the same time instead of having to go back in. Also, you can create water spots from that too. So now that we got a good scrub on these, we're gonna take a clean towel. We're gonna dab and twist out all the moisture that we can.
Why are you twisting the towel in that motion?
Soak up moisture, and also it's causing movement on the Nubuck. So when we get into the post-cleaning process, this will lift up a lot easier. When you're wrapping down, make sure you get into all the cracks and grooves. Even if you're not dabbing and twisting, just the towel motion and the pressure is going to pull up some more of that moisture. And again, you just want to keep it moving. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to take this dry medium brush, and then we're going to just like kind of brush out the material back and forth, side to side. You can already see some of the movement in here. We want to maintain that. So this is going to help that process, but also it's going to help it dry faster too.
Got it. So that back and forth and color variation that you're seeing is a good thing.
Yes. Yes, there's always going to be a little bit of color variation, but the fact that we can see this means that it's not getting too stiff and flat. You want to keep this raised, and that movement is exactly where we want to be.
Yeah, and as that's dry now, you can kind of see the color coming back to and being restored back to its like original state. All right, cool. So during this step, we're letting it dry, recycle some of the nap. What's the next step?
After wearing these, naturally the shirling gets flat. So I'm using this to kind of lift it up some, and I'm pulling out some of the debris that's like trapped in the sides. And then we're going to use the fabric shaver to kind of get those things out. All right, some of the stuff you can pull out after you lift it up. Honestly, a lot of this is just coming out before I even use the fabric shaver. So like, this is all the stuff you don't want in the shoe. You can repeat that process, or you can just grab the fabric shaver. But I don't know if I can go this far into the shoe, so this is really helpful. So we're gonna take our fabric shaver, turn it on, and then we're just gonna go inside and just get as much of this stuff as we can. Yeah, I'll have to do this a couple more times to get more of the stuff out.
So we finished off the sock liner. We went in and got some of that lint and some other debris from the inside of the shoe. What's next? How we finish these off?
Yeah, so the last step is going to be, we're going to apply some mink oil. This is going to condition the Nubuck. It's going to make it smooth again, but also it has some water resistant properties. So when they wear it, it's going to cut down on like the stains that are to come.
Got it. Okay, so before that mink oil application, is it important to let the shoe completely dry?
Yeah, you want to make sure it's dry as possible before applying. We're just not going to have the same effect. It's not going to soak in as best as you want it to. So definitely want to let it dry. So to do this, we got our mink oil right here. We have a horsehair brush. We're going to take this and we're going to hold it like 6 to 8 inches away.
Okay.
Just want to apply like a nice even coat. You don't want to oversaturate it at all. Just start to brush it right in. You can see a color change, which is good because this is bringing back that deeper color that it was. When you see it side by side, it's going to be a little different. And then what we're getting is that nice movement that we wanted on the Nubuck. And this is how you want the shoe to finish at all times, because that's how it hangs.
Yeah, and those are already looking like 10 times better after like, you know, those steps, you know, even from the initial dry clean. But now that you've really like going through the deep clean process, got that outsole, the midsole, and the sock liner, it's looking new.
Yeah, this is for sure. You're for sure ready to go.
All right, cool. So we sprayed the mink oil on, you know, as that's drying. What's our next step?
So we put the shoe tree out. Now we're going to stuff them with some paper, whether it's newspaper, packing paper, whatever you have, or socks, just to maintain that shape. And you can let them sit if there's any wrinkles in them. It'll help out with that as well. But from here, they'll be ready to wear.
Yeah, let's check that out side by side. These are looking crazy. They look so much better. Even just looking at the midsole and outsole work. I'm Don.
I'm Clue.
And that's another pair clean. Hit the comment section. Let us know what you want to see clean next time.
Yeah, like, share, like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe, share.